failure. Let's talk about excitement. So, yeah. Okay, before I get started, did anybody else have any last thing? Okay. Well, welcome to the last March Madness of our tri-team, whatever we call ourselves. Jana, Allison, Susie unit, and all of the team members that make us a unit. So the theme tonight is this: choose joy. I never wear a t-shirt under my jacket, but I also never wanted to be a flasher, but that feels good. Okay, I really couldn't be a flasher. Let's just be honest. But anyway, choose joy. Tonight we're choosing joy because there's so many things to be grateful for. And I'm not Pollyanna. I'm not like, oh, everybody be happy. That actually used to annoy me. But I love being around champions who show up. Those of you who showed up today, whether you had a great day or not a great day, because you are growing, you are committed, you are ready to finish this month strong and then go into April. So let's get started with the announcements, which are not a lot. But the first announcement is Star Consultant. So this is our fourth quarter, and this is the first month of the quarter. So March 16th, just a few short days ago, was the beginning of this quarter, and it ends on June 15th. And when you order 1800 cumulative, you are a Star Consultant. And we talk about that every week, but it's really a big deal. And it's really, it's an accolade to be very proud of. And I know probably all of you have been stars before. If you've been a star before, raise your hand, or we're going to give a big clap for each other. Yay! And if you have not, it doesn't matter. This is your month. This is your quarter. And I want to tell you that it starts with belief. I saw a tracking sheet that I'm going to post for my consultants, and it said, if you really want to hone in. Now, some of you are stars easy. Lori's a star. She just sneezes and she's a star because she sees so many faces. I mean, she's good at selling. She holds a lot of appointments. So I don't want to make it sound harder than it is. It gets easier. Once you're a star, it becomes easier and easier. But in case it feels daunting for you, in case you're new or you're starting over, this tracking sheet said, track the month of March. If you can have 300 in from March 15th through March 31st or 16th, you're on target. So if you do 300 this half and then 600, 600, and then 300, you're a star. If you're not gonna, if you haven't sold and ordered 300 this month, do a 24 and 24. Reach out to people, do a sale. Like, give yourself that win to be on target. And if you're not, it doesn't mean you're not going to be a star, but I just want everyone to wrap around their brain. You can be a star. You can be a star. So, along with our March Madness theme, this is part of my, I'm not digressing. This is part of my star. Did any of you watch the Duke basketball game yesterday? Duke UConn game in the March Madness. You know, I'm the big March Madness basketball fan. At the last second, I mean, I think there's like 2 or 3 seconds left. Duke threw away the ball. Somebody got it that had not made a shot, a three-point shot the whole game. He just chucked it up and it went in. It was freaking unbelievable. I'm just going to say that. My husband and I grabbed Thai food on our way home, and my husband had his little TV sitting on the table, and he screamed, pushed his hands back. He almost flipped the whole table because he grabbed it. The most exciting part for me was seeing the coach. He was like, so I want you to pretend like you are the three-point shooter or you are the coach. I didn't even know. I didn't even know this could happen. I didn't know there could be so much success. I didn't even know. And I told Todd, every time I want to lower my goal, I see something like that. I see a miracle like that. I'm like, it's so fun to get in the game. So I'm just going to encourage you, get in the star game. Get in the star game. Picture yourself as the coach or the player and get ready for some excitement. Okay, so the first announcement, Star Consultant. We're going to have a plethora of stars on this call. The second announcement, the eStart for $10. 2 more days. If there is anybody on your mind, anybody, reach out to her. Don't reach out to her and try to recruit her. Reach out and invite her into a quick conversation. If you need words, talk to your director. I reached out to a lot of people last week. I got ghosted by a lot of people, but the weirdest thing happened. When I was in church at Palm Sunday service, this word, Michelle Callis, came to my mind. She's a former consultant. I hadn't thought of her in years. I wasn't thinking about Mary Kay at church. So I came home in Messenger, and guess who's a new team member? So just be obedient. I'm not saying, whoa, look at me. I'm saying I was a little frustrated. I was not feeling like, woohoo. I'm just telling you, if you hear names, God puts them on your heart. It doesn't matter if they say yes or no. My mentor told me it doesn't matter if they say yes or no. Our job is just to be obedient and to invite them. So one more day. I said 2 more days, but tomorrow by midnight. Third thing, double credit for the new team members. Same thing, they don't have to get their order in, but it gives you a chance to get double credit if they sign up this month. And then last one is the consistency prize if you get a 600 order in. So those are by Mary Kay, you get that prize. So those are the announcements. Anybody have any questions about announcements or anything I forgot? I'm trying to jazz it up because that part can be a little bit boring. Go ahead, Lori.
I think PCP is going on till April 17th, maybe.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Thank you, because I always forget that one. So if you're new, PCP is when you have your customers, you enroll them to get a lookbook in the mail. And so open enrollment will probably be, if it's through April 15th, then the book will probably go out in May, I'm guessing. It usually goes out the following month. But it's all on In Touch. It is the best, most inexpensive way to stay in touch with your customers. Okay, who's ready for some recognition? Our top three that are all very close. And although it wasn't our highest scoring week, it is definitely consistency and showing up. So number three, and here's what I'm going to ask each person to do because everybody had little bits of a Facebook here. I want you to share one thing that you did this week or a mindset you incorporated this week that you would share with others. So number three was from the Susie Moeller unit, Teresa Shepard. Woohoo! So Teresa, unmute, and I didn't give you much chance. But think about one mindset or one thing you did this week that you would encourage others to do.
I forced myself some days into action. I talked to Jen about the opportunity. I know she does, didn't, and it's like her thing was, well, I could if I was in the city. I did not. People that are right in front of me all the time, I just went ahead and went for broke. It's way out of my comfort zone, and I hate sales, but it was good to know I did something and kept doing
I
something, even though I got all no's.
I'm so proud of you. So this is our comfort zone, you guys. And when we live in here, this is all it's fitting. And what Teresa did was this. Talking to her friend Jen was this much of a stretch. And look, once I stretched that rubber band, it shrinks back, but it's bigger. So I love that you did what was out of your comfort zone, and your first thing you said was you forced yourself into action. Did anybody else this week, just raise your hand, force yourself into action to do anything? I know not everybody's on. Yay, Elizabeth! I can't see everybody else. It sometimes we don't feel like it. Sometimes fear is choking us, but when you push yourself into action, motivation follows. And so do the results. So that is awesome, Teresa. Way to lead by example. Number two, and I think she's from the Allison unit, but I'm not sure. I can't remember. And I'm not sure if she's on. Number two, Deborah Corden. Is it Condon or Corden? I can't read my writing. Deborah Condon. I see you. Yay! Sorry, I butchered your name. Woohoo! So tell us whose unit you're from. Everybody knows but me. And then a tip of something you did or a mindset shift you had.
Okay, well, I'm in Allison Carter's, and I was able to go to career conference, but before I did, I made sure I put an order in, and then I had a sale. But I just kept calling people, and I do have some activity for the next couple of weeks.
So give us an idea of what did you say to someone when you called? Just give us one example.
Oh, okay. Well, I just let them know I was excited about my career conference and I wanted to just get with them. And one of them said yes. So I'm just going to keep on calling people.
That is awesome. There is power when you get with people, isn't there? Like being
Mhm.
in their presence makes such a difference. I love that.
Yes.
I love that. Yay! Woohoo! And then number one, I know whose unit from the Janice Strunk unit is Lori Parks. Woohoo, Lori!
Parks.
It's okay. It wasn't your best week, but you showed
No,
up.
it
I saw you
wasn't.
shaking your head. No, just get that double right out of there.
I sure didn't expect to be the number one.
That's okay. Hey,
Yeah. I really did a better job of booking appointments than I did the week before. And I talked to a gal at church yesterday, and I'm in the process of booking her appointment for Friday, hopefully. So we're talking back and forth on that. But that was my main thing. And then I have a new team member, and her name is Judy, but she's not on tonight. So yeah.
that so you have two new team members then, Judy
I
and
had Phyllis was the last week or the week before, and now I've got Judy from this last week. Yeah.
yay! And isn't
Oh,
that
yeah.
so exciting?
It is. It
Getting
is.
to work with new people.
And Judy used to
So,
be a consultant years ago.
yeah, okay. So, what would you say, Lori, a mindset, since you're number one, what's a mindset tip you would have for us?
Making the phone calls and talking to people to book the appointments because faces take you places. That's
So,
the
do
most,
you
that's
Hmm.
probably one of the most important things.
Always faces? You're always talking about faces. So, when you say a face, for someone who's brand new, because we're going to have people watching this, what do you mean by a face for just for you?
Um, Calling a person and asking them if they would like to come over for a pampering session and doing a facial with them. That's how I do it. And yeah.
So what, just off the top of your head, just in general, do you do skincare, makeup, eye
Oh,
makeup
okay.
remover?
I do skincare and glam on the go. That way they
Okay.
get a little bit of everything. And then to book another appointment with them, a follow-up, I offer them a Hydra session, using the mask and the eye patches and that kind of thing. And that way they try more products that way too.
Yeah, that's
Sometimes
so
at that
great.
appointment, we're doing makeup too.
I
So
love that.
yeah.
Yeah. So what she's so beautiful at doing is full circle. She starts with skincare and the skincare, like washing your face, taking it off. That's the bread and butter of our business. And I think with COVID, we kind of got that diluted, some of us, myself included. Um, but then she doesn't give them the whole buffet. She gives them a dash out the door or a little glamour, but then they want more. And then they trust her. So when they come back for more, they might bring friends. And it's full circle. That's how Mary Kate designed it. And so I'm gonna throw this out there. If you have a fear or a limiting belief or even an obstacle about doing faces, write it down. For example, I think I've shared this before, but I had one team member who her obstacle was she had little kids and she didn't know when she would have childcare. So she didn't want to book somebody because she didn't know if she would have childcare. So we had to figure that out. Another person, her husband didn't like her having people at her house. No way. Another one
Mhm.
didn't want to go to someone else's house. These are all very legitimate, but they're going to block you. Someone else's confidence. I don't know what to do. I don't have samples. If there's anything holding you back, write it down right now and text it to your director before we're done. Because Lori just hit the nail on the head. Faces take you places in this business. And gosh, it does not need to be a 3-hour party. It can be a 45-minute facial. It can be a half an hour in Panera in the bathroom. I mean, the
Yeah.
flexibility is there. Anybody have any questions or comments on that before we move on? Anyone? Okay, so our training tonight, and I don't know that anyone has been prompted for this. But yay, that's so awesome, Betsy, to invite your teammates to be on here. Absolutely. Um, we're going to talk about a 2-minute tip, if you haven't, from Career Conference. Now, we all went to different career conferences, and not everybody went to a career conference, and that's totally okay. But who's on here that went to career conference? I know myself and Teresa. Gosh, a lot of you guys. Yay! Okay. Well, then I'm not going to call on you. I'm going to wait till you have your tip in your head. But this is the way we learn from each other. So, oh my gosh, you guys rock. I'm reading the comments. I'm not as good at Janet reading and talking. So, who wants to go first? Something that you either learned at career conference or you came away with a aha moment or an idea. Who wants to go? Just jump in. Lori, go ahead.
Okay. I went to the Red Jacket training, and there was a director there that talked about making habits. And she said that it takes 66 days to make a habit, but you can start small, be accountable, do your tracking, reward yourself, and make it fun. Go to fun places to do your facials or talk to people, that kind of thing. And it gives you a reason to book your appointments. That was my thing. So make good habits.
That is so good. Tell us again. I'm writing this down. Start small. And what was after that?
Accountability, be accountable, do
Okay.
your tracking, reward yourself, and make it fun by going to fun places.
I love that. So did she give some suggestions of habits, or do you have any that you're working on that you want to share?
I'm just working on all of the things I just gave you, the 1 through 5.
Okay.
Especially the tracking, because I'm not very good at that. I'm not
Yeah.
very good at doing that. So I'm going to try to get better at that. And accountability, I feel like I have that. And don't make your goals huge, because then you're going to quit.
Yeah.
Start with small goals.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
What is one habit that you're working on? Like a habit of booking every day or a habit of selling 500 or whatever. What's a habit you're working on?
Well, excuse me. I would like to at least have a habit of booking 3 appointments a week.
I love
Yeah.
that. And that's very controllable. Awesome.
Yes.
Yay.
It's
Okay.
not like it's sometimes, okay, and I'm going to say this, you know how we talk about the kit and commit, book 8 parties to hold 5. Sometimes I feel like that could be overwhelming a little, so I just decided that if I could make a goal to book 3 appointments a week or 3 parties a week, that would be a good goal.
That's fantastic. I think that's really a brilliant realization. If it's overwhelming, we don't think we can do it, we won't try.
That's right.
Right. And I don't want to say that's not a good idea or anything, because
Right.
it is, book 8 to hold 5. But some people like me, I feel like, I would rather start a little smaller.
Yeah, so that is wisdom and leadership right there. That's learning how to lead yourself. You didn't like say, "Oh, I'm not going to book," but you
Right.
set it low enough, and that's how my brain works too. When I get 3, I'm excited because I know I can get a booking from each one. But
Yes.
8 might be overwhelming. For other people, that booking is their strength. They might have 10 on their books all the time. That's not my
Right.
strength. So you're doing great at knowing yourself.
Yeah.
That's awesome, and sharing that tip. I love it. Thank you.
Thank
Who
you.
else? Who wants to go next? Babs, go ahead.
Okay. Somebody was talking to us and they said that the people had been waiting for you. You just weren't ready. And I thought, oh my gosh, I never looked at it like that, that they were ready and I wasn't. But apparently that's there. And somebody else said, make it a habit, 5 calls a day and 3 interviews a week. And that's doable. So that's a pretty good habit, I think.
I love it.
5 calls a
I'm
day.
just writing all this down. And Lori just told us how to create a habit. So there we go.
Right.
3.
Got to do it 66 times.
Yes. So it was 3 interviews a week and 5 what?
Calls a day, 5
Oh,
calls a day.
that is so doable. I
Mhm.
love that.
Yeah.
Yay. Thank you, Babs. Who's next? Lori,
Can
go
I
ahead.
add, I just want to add one thing. In that red jacket training, there was a consultant there that she said she had 8 consultants in the 20 years that she bought Mary Kay, and not one of them offered her the opportunity.
Wow.
She ended up having to reach out to Mary Kay to find somebody that she could get signed up.
Oh,
Yeah, I thought that was really interesting.
Yep. Yep. That's somebody needs us. And they just we weren't ready for them yet, right, Babs? I love that. They need us. We weren't ready for them, but we are ready now.
And then she said another thing I loved. The first party, they watch me. The second party, I watch them. And the third party, you can do it
Yes, yes, absolutely. That's
with your
Mary
new
Kay
people.
taught.
Hmm.
I love that. I don't have enough room to write all these notes. You guys are awesome. Okay, who's next? Emily, do you have your hand raised? That's so cute. I saw.
Yeah, that's me being patient with my hand
Okay,
raised.
go ahead, girl.
Excuse me. Well, I took wonderful notes while we were at conference, but I'm at work and unfortunately I didn't bring them. But I did have my conference goals card they gave us on the last day. They gave us a little goal card to fill out. And something that resonated with me was it asks, what limiting beliefs are you battling? So even after all of the inspiration and all the training and all the recognition, like I still recognize within myself that I felt held back, and it forced me to answer that. So, one of the things I feel like I'm battling is I still feel like I'm asking people for a favor, or I'm asking for them to go out of their way, when, with bookings and sales and their time, so it kind of put me in check a little bit. And of course, I haven't been doing this for the longest time, but I wanted to go back to remember what my first party was like, or what my first month was like, and remembering that women love Mary Kay and women love the community, and we don't get enough of the community. So I need to remind myself that i'm I'm giving them a gift that they might not give themselves by just offering my time to them and helping them schedule some girl time. Trying to remember that.
Uh, I'm shaking my head no, because that is so powerful. Helping them schedule some girl time, because you guys, as women, we are so darn hard on ourselves and we do everything for everybody and we put ourselves last. And that's not a victim statement. That's just how we're wired, and that's okay. But helping them schedule time for themselves makes them a better wife, mom, daughter. So that is, Emily, that is beautiful. And also that is really brilliant to recognize the limiting beliefs, because it always comes down to that. It the skills we can learn, but it always comes down to those limiting beliefs, I believe. So thank you for sharing. That's awesome. Love it. Anyone who's next? Okay, Tony.
Hi, everybody. Thank you, Susie. Okay, I got a lot of nuggets, but what I kept hearing from everybody was consistency. And one of the teachers said that we need to be even consistent on our social media, because sometimes we just let it there and we're not doing anything. And she said that unfortunately, everybody's on social media right now, so we need to step up to the game. And she said that we need to focus, create a list of top 5 products and make this like basics, and these are your go-to, and focus on the benefits, and then bundle and sell sets. And say, whenever you get in touch with that person, right, you can say, if you love this, then you would love to pair it with, and then you're upselling that sale. And she said, when you focus on those basic sets, then you can do like a 5, the top 5 for skincare sets, or the 5-minute makeup, or the top 5 for your masking sessions, or whatever you want to do. And then you can be like, the best value. This is what customers usually do and purchase. When you use those words, then you are creating more of a personal touch with them, because you are kind of referring to them of what other people like, And it's not like I want to recommend this to you, but most of the people buy this, and if they buy this, then they buy this as well. Sorry, I'm losing my voice here. Then there was this lady that she said, I like to tell it. She says, I like true bombs. So she said, I'm going to drop true bombs, and maybe this can open all of our ears. And there are several of them. And she says, consistency is uncomfortable. Don't leave your coffee for too long and wondering why it's cold. Better to pay the embarrassment tax than paying the regret tax.
Ooh.
If they wanted to, they would. And if you wanted to, you would. It might feel like it's been raining, but if you stay, you will see the flowers. And this one is the best one. The longer you stay on the wrong train, the more expensive it will be to get back home.
Wow.
I know.
Those are truth bombs.
Those are true bombs.
Those
Then,
are amazing.
Yeah, we heard about the new formula for the foundations. And then somebody said, which I didn't know this because I focus on skincare, I'm not on makeup. She said that women are more faithful to their foundation than to their skincare.
Wow.
And they said that and even though they're more faithful to their foundation, 20% of women are out there walking with the wrong foundation match.
Yeah. Yes.
So they said that at this moment, if you have a lot of inventory on foundations, they said, I challenge you right now to do 100 face. I need a foundation match, color foundation, professional, call it like this. My goal is to see 100 ladies for professional foundation match. Or when was the last time you had a professional foundation match? Because usually people don't have a professional foundation match. So this is going to call their attention, and then they're going to get with you, and you can offer them a $10 gift card for the next appointment. And you tell them that, you use the app or the website to color match them. And once they buy their foundation, then you tell them that there is a new formula that is coming in May. And for seeing you now, then they have a $10 gift certificate to buy the new formula when it comes, so you can get rid of the inventory you have, if you have any, and start selling or pre-selling for the next one.
Yes. That's fantastic.
And then the last one, the last teacher said, we are diamonds in process, and diamonds can only be they need to be polished, and they can only come out when they are under pressure. So she said that every challenge is a tool to polish the diamond.
Oh, I love that.
I think that's it.
I'm writing that down. That is such great stuff. Oh my gosh, that's fantastic. Were you at the same conference as Jana in Kansas City, or did you go to one in Texas?
Yeah, I went to Allen.
I love it. It's so great because we can all share our nuggets from, and I'm just going to add in here, if the foundation information is new to you, we're going to have training on that coming up in April. It's coming out in May. The company's going to have a foundation hub. And that is so good, Tony, those ideas. And that's what we're going to do. We're going to share lots of ideas. If you have it, how to transition out. And if you have people who love it, how to work with them. But you guys, this is the best tool in the world, because I agree with you. Women and foundation, that is the easiest way to book someone, the easiest way. And so that'll all be coming up. We can't do that today, but that is coming. So thank you. Okay, who else was there that wants to share? Teresa?
Can't hear you.
Okay, there we go. Mine is limiting beliefs, but through I guess a different venue, if you will. When we got there, because I'm probably the oldest of y'all, and Ask Susie, it's always been a thing with me. We got there, and one of the top earners, and forgive me, I can't remember which category. She was 80 years old. 80 years old, and she is taking top ranks. There were women there in wheelchairs. There were women with walkers. There were women with canes. It didn't stop any of them. There was one of the NSDs, God bless her heart, potentially has a terminal situation that she's working through. She was there to inspire us and share with us. So that made me, it's like, you have got a lot of nerve with the whiny I can't when these women are trucking through stuff you've never even thought of, period. And if they can inspire us, who can we inspire?
Amen.
That was my overall big takeaway. I mean, we had a lot of good information, but that's what profoundly hit me the most.
That is so great. And I'm writing all of this down. And if they can inspire us, who are we meant to inspire? We all have people. And you guys, we see what we look for. Teresa's limiting belief was her age, so she saw all people that age. There was also 18-year-olds there. There were little young girls, and I say little young because I don't feel little or young, but there were all ages, but our mind goes to find what we're focusing in on. So someone needs all of us, because we all apply to different people. So that's so great, Teresa. That is so great. I work with a director who is 82. 82. If we, depending what our timing, I'm so inspired by her. And I told her that she hasn't had the same on paper accolades maybe that I've had, but she motivates me because she is pouring out every drop God gave her, right? And we have to do that too. I love it. Okay, somebody else had their hand raised for career conference. Okay, Deborah.
Okay, I was really impressed with Ari Hathaway. She's a national sales director, which I'm sure you know. She talked a lot about consistency, and she said, make the decision to show up. And she really said that your belief, you need to raise your belief, and confidence builds consistency. Just do simple actions and just say, I get to practice better than my talent is. And that will build the credibility with your team, your customers. And she does Friday nights. She calls them party nights. And she just looks forward to it. She just does parties on Friday nights, and everybody's so excited to come because it's a party. And to tell people, my job is to love you and not leave you where you are.
Oh, wow. I love that.
Yes.
That's a great.
Also, what do I want to do when I have a bad day? She said, instead, write down how I've grown.
Oh. You guys, this is gold. All this stuff you guys are sharing. When I have a bad day, instead of what do I want to do, how have I grown?
Yes.
That is awesome. I'm going to have to watch this recording because I can't get all of this written down. There was something I was going to ask you, Deborah, and I can't remember.
Okay.
I love all of that. Party nights. Does she just do a big skincare party? Did she say?
Well, she just tells them, I want you to come to my party. We're going to have a
love it.
party.
That's so
And
good.
she makes it totally fun.
Yes. Yes, when we have fun, they do too. And when we have fun,
Yes.
we want to
I mean,
do
very
it.
lighthearted, you know.
Yeah, that's awesome. I love that. Okay, thank you. Anyone else? I know there were more hands.
I want to know.
Elizabeth? Oh, go ahead. Babs or Elizabeth. Sorry.
I have to ask Deborah or Elizabeth this. Who was it that said this? The more you do with Mary Kay, the better version of yourself you get. And it's true. I mean, the more you do, the more you grow.
So true.
So who said that? Do y'all remember? Elizabeth or Deborah?
I'm looking through my notes.
It was after Ari. If it wasn't her,
Um,
could have been her, but I don't think so.
Yeah. Yeah.
I really don't know.
Look through.
Okay.
That's
I'll
a,
have to look.
Okay.
that's a mantra though. I love that.
Yeah. I like that too.
Yeah. Did you have anything else, Babs, or was that what you wanted to share?
That was it.
That's beautiful. That is reason to get in Mary Kay right there, right?
Yeah.
Susie,
right.
I've got something.
Yeah.
We talked about IPAs, income producing activities,
Okay.
to do these when you feel stuck in your business. And we talked about like fun promos if there's a holiday around the corner, or if there's a national day, like, those little national days, National Coffee Day or XYZ, whatever. We talked about themed events, doing like a brush clinic or a foundation clinic and actually teaching people how to use their products instead of just using it willy-nilly, because sometimes we use it wrong. Sometimes we use the wrong brush, or a color session, finding their color match and things like that. So we talked about a bunch of great ideas on how to kind of get out of the rut of, I don't know what to do next.
Beautiful. I love it. Do IPAs when you feel stuck, meaning the little actions that we take for our business, the income producing activities like make 5 booking calls. Is that what you mean?
So she mostly just talked about like the fun promos, something to
Okay.
get us excited about our business again.
Gotcha. Like the things that you listed.
Yeah.
That is so good. I love that because then it does feel fun, like a brush clinic. That sounds fun. That's awesome. And so we have a holiday coming up on Sunday. That was one thing I was going to talk about if we have time or throw out there, but Easter, I know it's a religious holiday. I'm not trying to take advantage of Jesus, but people buy Easter baskets. So, thank you for that reminder. Who else? Who else? Elizabeth, did you go? You keep having your hand up and I think cutting you off.
It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, I have a lot of stuff too, but vision, the where am I going? And the small clarity creates confidence. And coming back to the vision, listen to the voice of my vision. And then so listing through, I must find my purpose. I must have the right mindset. And mine is I am a Mary Kay sales director.
Woohoo!
That's it. Yes. Yes.
I love that. I think that is, you guys, I cannot believe how powerful this session is because you're all saying things that are so spot on. Small clarity creates confidence because don't we so often stall because we're not sure what to do next, like, or which idea or whatever. So that is so great. And that clarity does come from our vision. That's so good. You guys are sharing so many good things. Anybody else have anything that you want to share from Career Conference?
I have just one more thing. Today I choose to shine.
Today.
And say it with me. Everyone, say it with me. Today I choose to shine. Yes.
So good. So
And that
good.
and okay, what one more. Sorry. I already am my best version.
Oh, that's
I
powerful.
already am my best version.
So
Yeah.
good.
All right. Now I'm
That's so
done.
good.
Thanks.
Well, thank you because it's so good. We don't have to wait until to shine. Today, we are already our best version. I got to write that down. I love Jana's comments. Leaders emerging on here. And you guys, this is what leadership is. It's changing up here. It's changing up here. We sell skincare and makeup, and yes, we have to learn that, but that is not rocket science. But up here is more messed up and more powerful than rocket science. And all the things that you guys are sharing are so fantastic. I mean, I'm going to have everybody watch this. This is great stuff. Does anybody have any last thing before? And then Jana, I have a thought, but does anybody else? I don't know if I missed anybody. Jana, did you have anything you wanted to share? Or are you good? I don't want to make your headache worse.
I'm good. I'm just so proud of each and every one of you. Wow. You are so present at your conferences and you received. I have 2 pages of notes, you guys, and I can't wait to go back and watch this because I know that while I was thinking and trying to finish a sentence, you are sharing more nuggets, and I'm like, oh my gosh. So, so good. And what I got from our conference is just a lot of confirmation that God has us going in the right direction and God has us doing the right things. And, it's so important to love your people, love your clients, love your team members, and just love other people to success. So, anyway, thank you, Susie, and thank you everybody for sharing tonight.
So good. So good. So, Jana, do you still want, do you want us to do breakout rooms, or we could finish just with an open session like this? I could throw out a couple questions with
Let's do that.
what, want to do that? Okay.
Yeah,
That's what I thought.
that's great tonight.
So,
Thank you.
yeah. So you guys, Jan is having some major health stuff. That's why she's talking soft and it's dark and I'm yelling. So you can go back off camera, Jana. And Allison wasn't able to make it because she's moving her son. So the beauty of this business is the flexibility, but I am just telling you all, you showed up, and somebody said that in their tips. Somebody said that, already said that. Show up. That's the first step. I know it's never easy, so congrats. So I'm going to throw a couple thoughts and questions out here. In this week, it is Holy Week, and we for sure keep our faith first. And I'm not marketing Easter. However, if you choose to work this week, how could you incorporate Easter? I'm getting Easter baskets for my daughters and my grandkids, and putting Mary Kay in there is a great thing. That's one thing. You could call your customers. Anybody have any ideas on how you could market Easter? Go ahead, Jana.
You guys, how about you have some Easter eggs with you in a basket, and you could have little papers inside and just call it a book to look. And so say, oh my goodness, I'm doing a special promotion this week. When you schedule your foundation check with me, or your skincare session with me, your spring skincare session, you receive an egg. And inside there is going to be a special gift for you. It might be a half price mascara. You haven't lost anything. It might be $50 free when you share your follow-up, or when you share your appointment with 3 girlfriends. There are different things that you could do. It could be a free eyeshadow or a lip gloss, but whatever it is, it'll be making, prospering you forward. So
Absolutely. Absolutely. I love that idea. That just reminded me, when I was a new director, one of my consultants took a bag of plastic, or a basket with plastic Easter eggs. Jana just reminded me. And when she was out and about doing her thing, she just gave out eggs to women and used it as a booking tool, like as a chattering tool, like, Happy Easter. Would you like an egg? Like, if any of you all said that to me, I would take it because I love Easter. I love the eggs. It feels exciting. And it was just a tool for a conversation. I know she put her identification, I don't know if a business card. I remember we've done this a few years. She put something in her egg to identify her where they could reach back out. But some of them, she got names and numbers. Like, oh my gosh, I've needed a Mary Kay lady. Some of them, she put samples. Figure out the details, but that's just an idea that Jana reminded me of. I might do that my own self at the hospital, take it to the hospital tomorrow. Literally, I was walking by the cardiac cath lab where my mom was, and there's this big table of Easter grass and eggs. And the lab was closed, and I walked by and I went over and I shook the eggs. I'm not kidding you. I'm over 50 years old and I still wanted to see what was in the egg. It's like it brings out the little kid in us. So I love that, Jana. I love that. Okay, who else? Anybody else have an idea you want to share or a thought? I had something else I was gonna share and I gotta remember what it was.
There was a gentleman probably in his mid to late 70s pull up at Walmart. I've got my Mary Kay sticker in the back of my window. We parked next to each other, got out the same. He looked at me and goes, "I'll be darned. So Mary Kay is still around." I'm like, "You bet."
Absolutely. Absolutely. And one of you guys said it in your stuff about when we get out of our when it's not about us, when it's not about us. It's easier for us to share it when we're giving. Whoever was talking about their first part, it might have been Emily, when we're giving instead of what we're getting, it like takes the pressure off of us. That's so good. Darn, I'm so mad I had something to share and it was good and it's gone. Anybody else? Go ahead.
Share
Jana.
something real quick.
Yeah.
In a leadership group that I'm in, I just got a Voxer a little bit ago that Ulta is doing skincare classes. You guys, they're putting a pop-up table. They know that this is what people want. Are you making the excuse thinking that people don't want to do a party? That's a lie that you're believing because Ulta even has guidelines on what they expect for their parties. Are you serious? Like, you guys, we need, and as we go embark on these last 24, well, like, I don't know, 28 hours of the month, we need more beauty consultants that are going to do parties. Who do you know that could come alongside us and do this? We got to lock arms and we got to go do the parties, or Ulta's going to try to run us out of our show. This is our show. Mary Kay created this.
I love that. This is our show. You don't do
Amen.
classes, Ulta. That we do the classes.
That's
You
right.
open up your unsanitary demos, but we do the classes. I that's so good. And I was gonna I'm gonna close with something, but before I close, I gotta pull it up. Does anybody have any last thing you want to share? An idea that's bursting out of you?
I
Well,
do. I forgot
Yeah.
something quick. There was one teacher that said, don't wait to do it. They give you the idea. Don't figure out, does the paper need to be white or pink? Does the lid box need to be an open container or a closed container? She says, just receive the idea and go with it. It can be a bag, a gift bag. Just put the lids in there, Don't wait. Just do it.
You are talking to me, girl. I needed to hear that. You love that. Somebody else was going to say one. Somebody else was going to say something. Babs?
said a lot. I feel like I've said a lot, but another thing that I heard that meant a lot to me, and I've missed a few meetings lately. So they said, come to meetings and pour into others. And then it said, but you need something to pour into them. So come to meetings.
Yes. Amen, sister. That's a mic drop right there. And I hope everybody watches the recording totally receives that because it's not easy, but it's so worth it. It's like getting gas in your car. I love that. So I'm gonna challenge you all with what I opened with, which was what limiting belief, and several of you mentioned that. What limiting belief is holding you back? If it doesn't come to you now, it might tonight at 2 a.m, but talk through that with your mentor. And I'm going to close with the mindset moment I sent to my unit, and it's very short, but it goes right along with the story part of it. Somebody just said this. So I just had a conversation with the sales director last week about recruiting, and she was talking to me, and she said, I've reached out to 10 people and none of them answered. This is what she said. I think they see my call and they know what I'm calling about, and they say I'm not, so they're just going to avoid me. And I very gently challenged her and I said, that's a story. Because unless they've told you that, you don't know if that's true. They might not have, some people, they just don't answer the phone, right? I do not answer the phone when my family calls me. My brother cusses me out. I don't like to talk on the phone. My consultants call, I will answer. Some people prefer to text. Maybe they were busy when you called. Maybe someone dropped their phone in the toilet. That was a legitimate thing that happened when I was a newer director, and we just made up the story that someone was ghosting us. So here's the interesting thing. Don't we always make up stories in a negative direction? Like Teresa's story that she was too old. Don't our stories always go in the negative tent? So what if the story you tell yourself this week is the good story? How could your story, somebody had to say an affirmation about I'm already that woman. How could your story look good if you got rid of that limiting belief, if you dissolved that limiting belief and you changed the story? Oh, they were just busy. They're going to be excited when I follow up. Everybody wants to book with me. What if you reach out again? Because here's what Tony just said. The story you choose often determines the action you take. Tell yourself a good story, take the action, and go. Don't overthink it, just go. And we're going to celebrate next week. Happy Easter, everybody. Thank you for getting on.